Why are there not more people talking about options trading? Let's be real, options trading can be a roller coaster. It's got the potential for some insane wins, but it's also a super fast track to blowing up your account if you're not careful. One of the biggest mistakes, not understanding the basics of options trading. Today we're diving deep into the top 5 biggest mistakes option buyers make, and more importantly, how you can avoid them. We're talking about dodging those rookie errors and setting yourself up for success in the options market. So if you're ready to level up your options game, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's get started. First mistake, time decay. You need to watch this if you struggle with understanding time decay in options trading. Alright, let's talk about the silent killer of options trading, theta. Now theta's all about time decay. When you buy an option, you're buying it with an expiration date, and every single day that passes, that option gets a little bit less valuable. It's like a melting ice cube. The closer you get to the expiration date, the faster it melts away. So if you're buying options, especially short-term ones, you need to be absolutely sure that your trade is going to work out in your favor and quickly. Now, I'm not saying you should never buy short-term options, but you gotta be aware of theta and factor it into your trading plan. If you're not on top of it, theta can eat away at your profits faster than you can say margin call. Second mistake, implied volatility. Falling into the implied volatility, IV trap, is a common mistake. You need to watch this if you struggle with understanding implied volatility, or IV for short. Basically, IV is a measure of how much the market expects a stock's price to move. High IV means big price swings are expected, and that pushes up the price of options. But here's the catch. IV can drop just as fast as it rises, and when it does, the value of your options can plummet, even if the stock price is moving in your favor. Buying options when IV is sky high is tempting, but you've got to be careful. You might end up overpaying for those options, and if IV drops, you're left holding the bag. Third mistake, buying OTM options. Buying far out of the money, OTM options is a common mistake. You need to watch this if you struggle with understanding far out of the money options. They seem like a steal, offering massive potential profits for a tiny investment. But here's the reality. The odds of those far OTM options actually paying off, slim to none. It's like trying to hit a bullseye on a dartboard blindfolded while riding a unicycle. The problem is, these options are so cheap that it's easy to get lured into buying a ton of them. But remember, just because something's cheap doesn't mean it's a good deal. It's the same with options. Fourth mistake, holding options. The biggest mistake? Holding options until expiration. Stop doing this and do this instead. It's tempting to ride that wave of hope, thinking your losing trade will magically turn around at the last minute. But trust me, it rarely ends well. As options get closer to expiration, their value becomes more and more sensitive to even the smallest price movements in the underlying asset. Instead of holding on for dear life, you need to have an exit strategy in place before you even buy the option. Decide how much you're willing to risk, and at what price you'll cut your losses or take your profits. Trading is the same, plan your exit strategy. Last and fifth mistake, poor risk management. Why are there not more people talking about risk management in options trading? You can have the best trading strategy in the world, but if you're not managing your risk properly, you're eventually going to blow up your account. The key is to never risk more than you can afford to lose on any single trade. A good rule of thumb is to risk no more than 1 to 2% of your total trading capital. That way, even if you have a string of losing trades, you'll still have capital to keep trading. And speaking of protecting your capital, stop-loss orders are your best friend. Think of it this way. You wouldn't drive without a seatbelt, right? Stop-loss orders are the seatbelts of trading. You need to hear this if you're an options trader. So, there you have it, the top 5 biggest mistakes option buyers make. Options can be incredibly powerful tools for generating profits, but only if you use them wisely. The more you understand about options, the better equipped you'll be to make informed trading decisions and avoid costly mistakes. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more, and don't forget to share it with a friend who might need to hear this. Happy trading, B.